All right, guys, welcome back to our Caviar podcast. Today, I have a very special guest. But before I dive into that, I just want to give a little shout out to one of our sponsors. She actually doesn't know she's been sponsored. I have to keep that anonymous. It's a very special situation. Ray Plus Contemporary Art. It's my friend Katerina who does an amazing artwork. You can find her latest work at the Beverly Center. Her art kind of speaks about how humanity has been slowly kind of gearing away from nature. Her art ties beautifully between nature and women and empowerment. Definitely check her out. Without further, can I talk? Without further ado, I would like to introduce my special guest, Solano.
Hello.
A 4-time Grammy nominee. You are in music, you produce, you write, you direct, creative director.
It feels like I direct. Yes, musical director.
Okay.
Yeah, in the past.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. I've been trying to get this guy on this podcast, you guys, probably since I started the podcast. So this is a very special moment for me.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for taking
thank
the time.
you. I feel like you've been talking about this, for like over a year now.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, I got this podcast.
I know.
You gotta be. I was like, yo,
You're perfect for it.
I don't do this type of stuff, but here we are.
Oh, thank you. I honestly,
I
feel honored. Let's dive in. I want to know, who are you? Where were you born? What's your background?
Yeah, I think people always forget that I'm Colombian. Yeah, rich. Yeah, they're like, what are you?
Yeah.
No, both parents. My dad's from Bogota. My mom's from Cartagena. We lived in Colombia when I was very young. Came to the States. First place we came to was Massachusetts.
Okay.
So
how old were you?
I was about 5 when I was there.
We kind of have a similar journey.
Yeah.
I was like 7, 8.
Yeah, and I remember when we first connected, it was like, oh,
yeah,
immigrant. Yeah.
What do you remember about Colombia, like being born there and at that like young age? Because I feel like people, I don't know, if you're a parent, you probably know this, but when you're young, you remember a lot more things than people give you credit for.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, the fun fact is I actually wasn't even born in Colombia. I was born in Canada.
Oh.
So I'm literally a Canadian citizen.
That's cool. We love that.
Yeah, I was born in Prince Edward Island.
Okay.
And it's funny, I work with a lot of Canadians in like the last couple of years. So it's like, people are like, what? You're from Canada? So yeah, I don't remember anything about Canada. I left when I was a few months old.
Yeah.
But Colombia, yeah, I remember a lot. Specifically my uncles, like kind of raising us when we were very young, beaches, just the culture. I mean, I go back every year because literally my whole family's there. My immediate family is here in the United States, but everybody else
are they like
uncles.
spread out?
Yeah, I mean, most of my family is in Colombia, between Bogota, Medellin, Cartagena. Got some overseas, a couple here in the States, but pretty much everybody's still.
It sounds like you have a pretty big family.
I do. My dad's side is really big. He's like one of 6.
Wow. So your dad's side is definitely very big. And then it's you and your brother.
Yep. Me and my brother were 16 months apart. So we were pretty close in age.
Is that almost like an Irish twin situation?
I don't know. What's the Irish twin?
It's like when you're born, like your mom has a baby and then literally she gets pregnant right when she can. And then 9 months later.
Okay, yeah. I would say like she had like a late Irish baby.
Okay.
And I was a
late Irish
super
baby.
accident. So, I mean, I found that out later and I was like, damn, I thought I was playing like, I guess not. Hey, but I'm here.
I love it.
Yeah. So, Colombian family in and out. I try to go every year, you know, grandma, everybody's over there. But
I love this. Can we just like, your boots are amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Look at the soles of those.
Appreciate it.
Like glowing green.
Oh, thank you. Yes, they've got.
Yeah, I want a pair.
Actually, this is shout out to Paul.
Okay.
It's a good friend of mine. He makes these handmade. He's in downtown.
Hi,
I
Paul.
have like 6, 7 pairs.
I'm going to Stagecoach next year.
Nah, literally. P.S. Kaufman, incredible.
Yes. Okay.
This is my boy's Tunde. He's in downtown too. This is
nice.
his whole line. So I like to support
downtown
and where people. Yeah, I love to support people's line and when I style myself like that.
Of course.
So
No, it's great.
appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. So you were born in Massachusetts. Well, Canada. And then
raised a bit in Colombia and then New England. So Massachusetts, Boston primarily was where I lived. I mean, at this point, yeah, almost kind of like half my life.
So are you like in high school? Okay.
Up until high school, yeah. So I did all of middle school, high school there. Did a bit of college over there at Berkeley College and then ended up moving to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What's in Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Transferred music schools.
Okay, got it.
So I went there, had a crazy opportunity, and it changed my life. Like, it was crazy.
Okay, how did we get into music? Let's rewind a little bit.
By the way,
Turkish coffee. Did you already finish it?
Almost, and I'm like, should I not? I'm like,
So
I feel like this is like a shot.
You're
Like
spilling it. When you get to
yeah.
the grain part, you'll have to like turn it over so I can read your reading after.
Okay. It's very tasty, by the way. I've never had Turkish crawfish. Yeah. I'm sorry, one more time your question.
How did we get into music? Because you have this very rich upbringing, moving all over, very rich family of like culture. And was like your parents into music, or did you just like fall into it?
Yeah, great question.
Like what's like little Solano doing?
Nobody was into music.
Okay.
I mean, my dad definitely is a lover of music, and I have some people in the family that just appreciate just the arts. You know, I came around, I was the black sheep. I was really raised in church. That's where I started.
Oh, okay.
So I was been playing in church since I was 6 years old. That's so much of my roots, so much of my influence, and
I love that.
The culture of music that I grew up with. And a lot of people, like, I think if you don't grow up in that world, they don't realize how impeccable of a training ground that is for a young musician. Because it's like, where else as a young kid do you have a few days out of the week to practice and perform like on a stage? Church was that catalyst for me. It like,
I love that.
I was just engulfed in it. Grew up in like a Pentecostal Hispanic church playing salsa, merengue, like percussion, congas, timbales, all that stuff. Then gospel church, went to a Brazilian church, did CCM stuff for like Hillsong. So like I kind of was in that world for a while, till I went to college and stuff and really pursued music for real as a profession. And that's when things changed. And, how do you make a living off of this and like actually get paid? And like obviously ended up doing things commercially.
So like, yeah, even when you go to college, so you have all this like hands-on experience growing up in a very great community, what it sounds like. And then when you go to college, you're like sitting in classes and stuff. Like what did you take away, in your opinion, from college as far as like being in music? Because sometimes, everyone has their own journey. I think you can have your training in college, or you can have it hands-on on set or a music video or whatever it is. I mean, I went to film school, but it wasn't like your typical college.
Yeah.
So that's a very different experience than people who have gone to like four-year colleges or Boston University or whatever it is.
Exactly.
So like, what did you take away from that, you think?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's very similar actually like you. So, I mean, when you think about the best music schools in the world, that's all they are.
Yeah.
They don't have sports teams. You're not playing basketball. You're not taking math classes or doing that. It's a very concentrated field of study, right? Just how it is for you guys in film, or if you're a theater kid, whatever. You're either in a conservatory or you're in a contemporary type of environment. Me doing some studies in New England Conservatory and then a little bit of Berkeley and then eventually at McNally. That was a mixture between contemporary and some jazz studies. But it was a crazy experience. Like I kind of laugh about it so much. I mean, your friend that I just met on set, I was like, yeah, like he lived in Boston at BU. And I was like, man, we used to go to parties in BU because we didn't have like a normal culture of college.
Yeah.
We're all these nerdy kids from all around the world, super talented that like, to be honest, most people are really awkward and weird and don't know how to speak in public, but they're like this artsy fartsy kid. So we would like sneak into these colleges just to be like, what's the vibe? Like, what's these people talking about? Go to BU, go to Harvard, go to Brown, MIT, all these big Ivy League schools, in the East Coast. And people would just be like, oh, it's the Berkeley kids. It's like, what
oh
the
my gosh, I love the competition.
It's funny because we didn't care about that. We weren't athletic people. I mean, some of us were, but it's like that we gave up whatever we did in high school or earlier in our childhood to pursue what it is. And that's, it's a big commitment. So
in your mind, you're like growing up around music, you knew you wanted to get into it. Was it like on the singing side? Like, how did you end up getting on the producer side, or was it always just like a natural entrance for you?
I think it's been a developing thing. I mean, I for sure started as a musician, like a player. Like my first instruments,
guitar.
Guitar was a big one. Guitar, percussion, and drums was actually really what I was playing before anything.
Okay.
And then I really got into guitar. That's one of my main core and keys. I mean, I play a bunch of different stuff, like 6-7 different instruments. I was just playing a bunch of different stuff and just performing, and I liked gigging and just being a part of music. It wasn't till after, fast forward years, and I was a musical director, so I was doing all these tours and doing that for a while, which was some of the best years of my life. Like I'm really grateful for that. I was such a
What does that entail? So an artist comes to you and then...
Yeah, so the level of touring I was doing, it'd be, with big major label artists. Eventually it got to that, where it's like, a couple people. I have Selena Gomez, Tori Kelly, Nick Jonas. I've done a bunch of things for various artists in our field, and like these artists definitely are, you know, clients with a lot of money.
Right. Yeah.
So they hire big production. My job as a musical director was to hire the band, arrange the music,
Yeah.
you know, working with front of house, playback. You're basically
Overseeing the
overseeing
whole
everything,
team.
the whole thing. And on top of that, because I was a musician, 9 to 10 times I would be on the tour too.
Cool.
Whether as I was on, you know, guitar or whatever. So that was
So you
kinda,
got to go on tours with these people as well.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
I did that for some years, and that was kind of like 4 or 5 years of just straight that. And it was great, but I got tired.
Yeah.
I got really tired. By the time I was in my mid 20s, I was like just very worn out. And I think for musicians, a lot of time you think of like, what's the biggest possible thing I can achieve, right?
Yeah.
And then you're one of the few people that are blessed and privileged to actually do that. And then it's like, yay, I did it.
Yeah.
Now what?
What?
Literally,
Yeah.
because nobody talks about it. You know, it's just like, I got to do the things, you know, or it's
Yeah.
like, I'm sure there's a million examples of, you know, people
Yeah.
that are money hungry. Like, I got to make all this money. I'm like, all right, you got the money now. Now what? And that was kind of where I was in my life at that point in my early 20s. And I started, you know, getting flown out to LA, working with different artists. And that was a big transition for me of like, okay, I was around certain men and women that were older than me at their time, in their mid late 30s. You know, they had families, they had properties, they were well off. And it was just kind of a light bulb moment for me to be like, oh, okay, there's more, like there's longevity. Like you can actually be a normal working person in this industry, no bullshit. So that was very much like, yeah, just the light bulb moment for me. I was like, okay, I want to do that. And I just kind of pivoted, you know, and it's been some years now and it's been pretty crazy.
Do you love living in LA?
I don't all the time.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
But LA is home. I do love LA. I have learned to love LA a lot. I think my story is a little bit different. When I came here, I was actually avoiding LA for many years. Whereas like most people that I meet are like, oh my God, California, sun, the beach. I didn't come here with any of those intentions. So when I came here, it was kind of more of a moment for me to be like, okay, just like Minneapolis when I lived over there, here's a new opportunity. I really don't know that many people.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. And like, I'm not a stranger to hitting the ground with no resources or anything. You know, I think I'm just kind of positive about that. So
I love it.
yeah.
Was there like in your upbringing between your parents growing up in the church, music, were they ever like, oh, you can't make money off music, go this way? Like, how was it, like, what were your parents?
Oh yeah. I think most parents don't want their child to do something in entertainment. Like, I'm gonna just be real. I mean, I know there's a few y'all out there that are like, oh, my parents supported me and threw all the money. I'm like, damn, okay.
My mom was one of them.
Yeah.
Till this day, she's like my biggest fan, and I'm super grateful, but a very different upbringing.
Yeah, no, I feel like we relate more to that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and don't get me wrong, shout out to my parents. Like, they have been supporting me since day one emotionally and, you know, when they can like that. But at first, yeah, to answer your question, no, it was kind of a really scary thing. It was like, oh, our son wants to do this. Like, and, you know, my dad being a little bit more educated in like what the industry looks like and what it entails. Yeah, it was freaky. But what I'm really grateful for is that my parents really gave me the opportunity to show that that's what I wanted to do.
That's nice.
I feel
the
like
space to kind of like fill in the feeling and what it could be, and like if you're good at it, not good at it, to make like your own choice. It. What about your sibling? Is he? Yeah,
my brother actually, it's funny. He's very musically talented too. He works a couple different jobs. He's actually kind of really finding what he's super passionate about. You know, he's in his 30s now, and it's like, hey, so I'm actually excited for him. But I definitely, it's funny enough, he was actually playing piano before I even picked up any instrument.
Oh wow!
So I kind of saw him, and I feel like that also kind of motivated me. And I'm always, of course, you want to do what your brother's doing. Yeah. So it's like, so I was something that stuck naturally with me at a young age. But no, I mean, my dad and mom knew I was dumb talented, and I think that's what scared them. It was like,
oh boy,
this guy's like really good. Yeah. So they were like, gave me the space. And it was true. I mean, I'm the one that begged my parents for classes or to do these camps or whatever. Like, my dad was driving me when I was 14, 1 a.m. while I have a school night to go gig at a bar, or, you know, just like really allowing me to, and I'd be like super late to school in the morning. And, you know, I had a really great relationship with my principal, but he knew he knew that I was doing these other things, you know, outside of school that not everybody agreed with. But that, I feel like that was part of the nurturing that I am very thankful for my parents. They did allow that to grow naturally, whereas like some people's parents force them. It's like, come on, man. Like, anything. Like you got to love something to the core, your
Yeah.
soul. Like it's got to possess you in a beautiful way. And I feel like if it
Absolutely.
doesn't, it's like, why are we doing this? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, I always kind of like, there's like a little tightness in my chest when I hear about like hover moms or dads or parents, and it's like forcing them because they know once you do make it in the business, it's great money for whatever reason, or like maybe they couldn't make it, so they want their kids to make it, whatever. It's just like, that's always the ending to that story is never a great one. I don't know. I think I was just naturally a wild child, and my mom owned a daycare, so there used to be like competitions between daycares.
Oh shoot.
And we put on this like show or dance number or whatever, and I was like always the lead. I think she just always knew it was in me.
Yeah.
And I would like mimic people. And I remember one time she was like, Neon, you can't mimic that person's laugh. And I was like, it was like so weird in my mind, because I think in my mind it was just like a play type thing.
Yeah.
And then I kind of tried to figure out like who I was. It was like such a distinct time. I don't even know how old I was, but I'll never forget that she like told me that. And I was like, oh, maybe I should like figure out who I am first or something. I was always drawn to like watching a film right in front of the TV, or like dancing or something. And she was just like, you need to, yeah. But, you know, coming to the States, single mom who's always working, I kind of had to learn how to get into this world and figure out. I think I was naive because I never thought about the money aspect. I was just like, I know I'm talented and creative, so if I do all the right school things, I'll make it by the time I'm 25, and I'll buy my mom a house, and I'll be like an actress, whatever. Everything is like great. Yeah. It does not work that way, you guys. Shockingly. Yeah, so interesting upbringing is similar. Like she was just always supportive. She never asked me what my plan B was. And at times when it's hard, sometimes I wish that I had that, but I've tried that route as well, and I'm just like not happy.
Yeah.
Being a creative is very interesting.
Yeah.
And that's why I love this podcast, because I'm like, it's already hard having like an immigrant story or parents or whatever your thing is, where it's like, this isn't your home or your environment. And then all of a sudden, let's make it 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. But everyone has a different journey of how they got into this. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I love hearing about it.
No, it's so inspiring, and I appreciate you sharing that. It's like, I resonate with that, because I feel like also too, what I was going to say about the thing you said about your mom, it's like, I feel like when you're immigrants like us, and like you come from immigrant parents, like they came here to better their life and your life. There's this fine line of balance, is like, they grew up a certain way, right? And it's like, go to school, get an education, make some money, get married, whatever. It's
my
like
mom was the youngest of 5. So
there you go. So it's like, it's this rigid mentality. So, you know, as obviously times change, culture, everything, it's like immigrant family comes to the States. It's like, man, like you almost want to allow your child to explore some of those options that you never got to, right? When your parents was an adult. So it's like, I love hearing parents like your mother, for example, that's like, she gave you the grace of like, you know what? Even though this is like, she lets you,
hard,
she lets you have it. I mean, everything's a sacrifice.
Absolutely.
Everything's a sacrifice, and everything takes time. Sorry, that's part of it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter how fast you want to get there. There's some things that just take time.
Absolutely.
You know, and if you don't have the patience for it, like, yo, this ain't for you. Whatever you're doing. Like,
does anyone know your full name?
Oh yeah.
But
so, what do you think Solano is? You think that's a fake LA name?
No, I think it's part of your name.
No, tell me the truth. I ate it up.
No, I think it's part of your name for sure.
Yes.
Especially because I know your Colombian background and stuff. Yeah. But like, I'm curious what the full name is, because I don't know your full name.
I love that you asked that. So Solano is my last name.
Okay.
My first name is Daniel. Yeah, Daniel Solano, super biblical. Okay. You know, actually, the funny story with that, from what I was told by my mom, is that they didn't want to know the gender of their child. My mom was so convinced that I was going to be a girl. Yeah. So they had Daniela forever. And then I popped out and I'm like,
what's up?
We're going to change it to Daniel.
Let's rock and roll.
Yeah. No, Daniel Solano. I have no middle name.
Okay.
I wish I did.
I don't have a middle name either.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, is that a thing that maybe our parents do? You come to the States and you're like.
My mom has a middle name.
Okay. Yeah, they all do, right?
Not all her siblings do. My brother doesn't have a middle name. I think they were just like, why the fuck do we need a middle name? I don't know. But I thought it was like a very Turkish or like cultural thing from where I came from, because everyone in America has a middle name, especially in the South, which is where I moved to.
Yeah.
And so I like ended up giving myself a name because no one could pronounce Nihon, which is 5 letters. Like it wasn't
That's
hard.
not that hard. That's crazy.
But I'm also young, like, you know, going into middle school and stuff. People are like, who are you? Why are your eyelashes so long? Like, what? I've never heard this name before.
That's funny.
So I'm like, oh, you can just call me Alex.
Alex?
Yeah.
That's crazy, girl. I don't think you say Alex. Out of all
Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Hi,
like,
Alex.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's my Starbucks name.
That's
as we say.
funny.
I know. Isn't that crazy? But now as you grow older, I appreciate where I come from.
Yeah.
I will never shy away from it. You know, I like make people say my name. They're like, do you have a middle name? Like, can I call you Nini or something? I'm like, no, it's Nihon. Like the only people that call me Nini are like my closest friends that I've known for years.
Nini's cute. I like that.
But it's got to be earned. Okay?
Yeah. No. You got to work for the Nini.
Everyone has the access.
I feel the same way though. Cause when people call me Daniel, I'm like, whoa, chill. Like my mom calls me that, or like really,
when
like
you're
you
in
said,
trouble. Daniel.
Daniel. It's like whoa.
Daniel.
So, but I mean, in high school, I was Danny for a while.
Okay.
I never liked Solano. People been calling me by my last name since high school, and I used to hate it. I think I was a track runner, cross country runner. I think.
Me too.
Just really.
I played soccer and track.
Shit. Okay, I didn't know that about you.
I was fast.
Nice. Same. I was like, we gonna race. We gonna race on the podcast.
Part 2, you guys.
That's so fun. I know, right? Meet us outside.
Yeah, literally. I love it. I was the second fastest. We had a really big high school. It was I don't know how it is in Massachusetts,
yeah.
But like in North Carolina, if it's a 4A, it's like the biggest high school you can have as far as like population.
Is that like division, like the number? Okay, got it.
And I was the second fastest. And so like during our soccer meets, it was me and Kelly Esposito. Hi. We were the 2 fastest girls for like track and cross country.
Nice.
For track, it was just like, I think the 800 meters and whatnot. So we wouldn't have to go to practice. We'd just like, they'll pull us out from like soccer. We'll go to the meet, we'll run it, and then we'll go back to practice or something.
That is funny.
Because I think one of those was like the same season as soccer.
Yeah. That's sick. I
Okay.
didn't know that.
So we have like a musical and athletic upbringing.
Yeah, I mean, my parents weren't super athletic people. I mean, they're healthy and everything, but I'm like, they're not.
Yeah, no.
I don't know where a lot of the things came from, to be honest. Like music, sports, there's not really history of that in my family. So I don't know. I'm proud of it. I'm definitely,
you should be.
Yeah, I'm really grateful actually for my running experience. I was a 400 meter runner. I was top.
It's fun.
It is. I was in the country. So I was doing nationals. I was doing the whole thing. It was really wild, but that's not what I loved.
Yeah.
I didn't love
so you didn't carry it into college?
No. I mean, I definitely had offers and stuff to do all that, but it's like, you know, I chose music and I knew that if I wanted to dedicate my life to something, you got to go all in. You know, I know people will say, "Hey, you can do." I'm big at like master of your craft. You know, I think some of the most incredible people I'm around that I'm influenced by that do multiple things now. It wasn't always like that. I think there's such an importance to being able to really hone in one skill that you can at least show up at the door like that and represent and be like, "Yo, I'm dope as fuck." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's huge. I value that. So I kind of went with that with music, and I mean, I've still been at it.
You're killing it.
Thank you. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you know how it is. Entertainment industry in general as a whole is just, you know, there's a lot going on right now. So it's like we're all kind of like peeking around the corner, like, what's gonna happen? You know, like we're gonna have to get a different career change. Like what are we doing?
No. I mean, it is scary.
Yeah.
But I do think musicians, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, have a bit more control of, like, take COVID, for example. I feel like every musician out there was putting out YouTube videos or TikTok videos, and it's just you and a mic and you're singing, and you don't need this team of production. Yeah. Whereas as an actor, it's like, I find it a bit more challenging, even though you can have all the classes and do theater since you're young, whatever. Yeah. It's a lot of luck and who you know with acting, I feel like.
Yeah. It's the same exact thing. Yeah. It's no different. We're talking about the 1 to 5%. Yeah. It's the same thing. I mean, I know people that have more talent on their pinky than we do in our entire body. They're not doing shit right now, respectfully. It's the relationships. Yeah. It is who you know. You
but
know,
it's also discipline and
it's
how
your
much,
work
like,
ethic.
yeah.
I'm not the best at what I do,
Yeah.
but I will work your ass off.
Absolutely.
And I will be more successful than you because I know that. When
And
I
I
came
also
to
think-
LA from the East Coast, it was like that. I was
It's
like,
also your upbringing. I think that kind of, it's like embedded in you naturally.
yeah.
I don't know. That's how
No,
I feel,
you're
at least.
100% correct. Like, again, our parents didn't come here, you know, and especially what's going on right now in the world with immigration. It's like, yo, like the sacrifice was made. So people want to be able to thrive fully. And when that's taken away from them, it's like, yo, what are we doing? We all experience that. Yeah, that I'm really, really thankful and grateful that my upbringing has affected that. Because I'm very aware that my work ethic is a lot better than most people. And that I've seen the results of that.
So in your household, when you were growing up, what's like a Colombian dish that you love? Or do you cook? I don't know. Oh.
That's my red flag, everybody. I'm working on it. I'm working. You actually want a funny story? We'll do a little. And by the way, let me finish this.
Yeah.
This is.
yeah.
Wait, tell me about that sweater because I was eyeballing that earlier.
I actually had this custom made from designer that I found at the flea market, the Melrose Trade Post flea market.
Love that place.
And I don't know if I'm supposed to advertise it or not because, like, apparently Chateau Marmont does not like.
Fuck it.
It was like they had different ones. It was like Beverly Hills Hotel, whatever. I was like, "Can you do one for Chateau?" And they're like, "Okay."
I love that.
Thank
I might need to hook
and
up.
it's very.
Yeah, that's.
I'll give you the info.
Yeah, I was like, because that color, that's really. I would like one
Thank
in like
you.
a mustard, like yellow.
I don't know if they do different colors,
like
but you can definitely ask.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I love it. It's very
I
cozy.
drank the whole thing.
Okay.
What is going on here?
So grab the plate.
Okay.
I already drank one today, so trying to limit
tapped
my
out.
caffeine. Put the plate over the cup.
Like on top?
Yeah, but turn it in. Yep, there you go. Okay, so hold it like this, and then you're gonna turn.
Oh, Jesus.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm fucking shit up here safely.
Okay, there we go. As you like think of something you want for the rest of the year, or just like something you want to manifest for yourself, whatever it is, turn it towards your heart 3 times, and then flip it towards you.
Wait, okay, you're gonna have to break that down. You said turn it towards my heart
towards
and then
heart.
literally flip.
So we're manifesting.
Show me first and then I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Give
and
me the
then,
directions.
So you're holding it like this, so flip it towards you. There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so 3 times.
Yep, you got it.
Did I close my eyes for this?
Do whatever feels good. We have a candle going. It's a new moon.
Got it. I love that. Tell me about that. Is that
so turn it towards you. Oh no, don't open it.
Don't open it?
Nope, just put it on the table.
Damn it. I messed it
No,
up.
you didn't. Flip it over. There you go. So the grains can fall down and then I can look at it after the podcast.
Oh,
There we
shoot. Okay, just leave it there.
Wait, so that was your first Turkish coffee ever?
Yeah, that I know of. I don't.
Because Colombia,
we're big coffee place.
big
Yeah,
coffee.
Big,
Are you very picky?
You know what's funny? I was telling your friend, I was like, I'm not crazy about coffee.
Oh.
I really appreciate and love great roasts like that. That had a lot of depth. Like I could recognize them. Like, ooh, this is nice.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I'm not drinking coffee a lot. Maybe
Okay.
it's kind of like a diuretic for me. It's
like a tea person or
tea. I like more tea. Yeah, I like.
What are we drinking when we get up in the morning after your lemon water?
Yeah, I mean, I like juices, like natural juices.
Okay.
So you were gonna talk about the cooking. I was like, I'm not making too many things at home all the time, but I'm buying a lot of smoothies, like green juices and things like that, which actually reminds me a lot of back home because Colombia, we have a lot of natural pressed everything.
I went to Hawaii for my birthday and just like the pineapple and I mean, even overseas, I literally will eat anything and everything because one, I know I'm not gonna gain any weight.
Yeah.
Everything is just so fresh, but even the taste, like when I come back to America, I can't taste tomatoes or eggs for a good like week.
That's crazy.
The taste buds are nothing tastes great here.
Yeah, no, I can fully attest to
me,
that.
I don't know.
No, same. I mean, I feel like anywhere else in the world is much better because there's just so many additives here. It's like
I know
we're all dying.
So on like a fun note, what do you like to do besides music? Because I know sometimes, like I have a friend who's a very big choreographer. He can't listen to music while he's driving, so he'll listen to podcasts and stuff because to him that's work.
Yeah.
Do you have the same mindset or no? Can you turn it off?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I could turn it off.
Okay.
I almost have to for my own mental health. Like
True.
I mean, I do this full time for a living. It's how,
Yeah.
it's how I pay my bills. So it's like for me, I've had to create those boundaries of like work. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like but without shutting off my creativity knob, if that makes sense. Because it's like I'm always like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody can walk in the room like, cool, like I'm always just on. So for me, I make sure that I ground myself in different things. You know, I output my energy in other places. Otherwise, I go a little crazy.
Do you like movies? Do you go to
I
movies?
love movies. I'm actually huge in cinematography.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't do music, I'd probably be in film.
Really?
Maybe I will someday. Maybe I won't.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
We're gonna keep this
I
in
love
my back
it.
pocket.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely love it. Like from wardrobe to fucking prosthetics to design to like
Okay.
I'm like really big junkie on that stuff.
What genre of film are we making?
Ooh, I love sci-fi fantasy movies.
Okay.
I think there's something powerful about being able to create something from the ground up that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And it transports you there. Like I was just talking to a friend the other day about Dune. You know, I'm like,
so good.
That's one of the best films I've seen in the last decade.
So good.
You know, just everything, just from the coloring to the
soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that put me in a different world. And I grew up, you know, my dad was like a big Star Wars fan, Lord of the Rings. You
I've
know,
actually never seen Star Wars.
Whoa. All right. Thanks for having me on the podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you got it. What?
I mean,
That's okay.
I watched the one with Natalie Portman. That was the only Star Wars movie I watched.
Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, that's what you watched.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, you should watch it because you're in the
know.
film industry. There's so many things that came from what George Lucas did.
Yeah,
like so much.
I know of it and like about it, and yes,
yeah,
I should just. There's what 10 of them.
6 originals, 3 new ones, and then 2 anthology films, and then like I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I think the most beautiful thing about Star Wars is a nerd out moment. It was like, okay, this guy going to Star Wars mode. Is like the story though, just the script. I think it's the most beautiful space love story of all time. You know, it's like it's really deep.
Okay,
you know, it's,
I'm gonna watch.
You should watch it.
Okay.
You should watch it.
I'm gonna hit you up and then be like, okay, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, but movies, I love movies. I love movies.
Did you watch Sinners?
No, I didn't. I attempted like 3 times.
What do you mean attempted?
People were like, yeah, we're going to the
okay.
cinema. I'm like,
yeah.
That Flake got busy, whatever.
Okay. We have to watch Sinners.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but great things.
So good.
Was it Coogler? What's his name?
Ryan, yeah.
Ryan, yeah. He's
and
brilliant.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Are we dating? What's like your normal LA life without your career?
Yeah, I'm not dating at the moment.
Okay.
I'm kind of on a healing journey, taking a break from just a lot of things I feel like historically I've been in long-term relationships, like back to back.
Okay.
And the last year or so has been like, ooh.
What was your longest relationship?
4.
Okay.
4 years, yeah. Everything else.
And then is there like a break in between the other ones, or like no, you just like bounce? Okay.
No.
So this is a good break.
It's a great break. It's much needed. I think you know, I'm about to be 30 this year, which I'm so excited. Yeah, I've been 30 for the last 10 years. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, so we don't
exactly.
know your real
See,
age.
see. Oh, we don't talk about age.
I love it.
Oh, okay. I was I don't care. What the fuck? Like, yeah.
Wait, but like, when is your birthday?
So December 20th. I'm a 90s baby. I'm 95. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Most people I feel like think I'm older because of like.
Yeah, you give definitely like more mature, older vibes.
I grew up with a lot of older people, and even now, the closest men and women in my life are significantly older than me. I like to keep wise people around. I feel like I'm a student for life, so I love to grow at all times.
I feel like I was the same way growing up. I feel like now, looking at my like friend groups, it's definitely like there's definitely the last years of the 29 turning 30 or just turned 30, and then there's like the 40s group. But yeah, I think same. Growing up, I was always way more mature than I wanted to be. Yeah. I think it was hard for me to be like a normal kid.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I think naturally I just like gravitated towards older people and like hanging out with them. And
same. Yeah. Literally, I attracted much older women. My mom hated that when I was younger. It was like, why are you dating someone 10 years older than you? Like, what the fuck?
My mom hated that.
She did. So, I mean, now it's like evening out. I'm like at an age where like I can date an older woman, or I could date a younger woman, but that depth's got to be there.
Can you date someone in the same industry? I'm sure you have before, but like, do you see yourself? I don't know. Some people are very much like, I don't want to date an actor. I want a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. But
I think about that all the time. Funny enough, most of the awesome women that I've had relationships with, like, they were in a completely different industry. I typically tend to like contrast. I appreciate it. Yeah. I don't need you to like the same things as me or, but I have definitely, dated women that have been in the industry, and it's really nice. I know some people are like over it. I think the people that are jaded are like, I'll never date a woman in the industry. I'm like, man, I'm sorry you had some ugly experiences, but it's like there's some incredible
collab and like,
there's some incredible women out there that are very grounded that are in this industry. And you know, my mom always told me, she's like, you know, you're gonna end up being with someone that has to understand what you do.
Absolutely.
And I think that is a big deal the older I get. You know, I'm like, I don't need you to fully understand the ins and outs of what I do, but I think it's important to know where my heart's coming from, you know, and my spirit, and why I do what I do, and why, you know. So when you see the sacrifices or you see the struggle of the ups and downs of the success and stuff, it's like you're very aware of like, oh, that's where he's coming from. You know what I mean? You're not just chasing something. And I think that's a really important thing for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
also, like, I mean, knowing you, it's such an energy thing too. So I know it's a tricky question, because when you meet someone, if it's there, it's there. It doesn't matter whatever industry in, but it is also beautiful to kind of create something together when you're in the same field. Yeah. If there's no egos on both sides and whatever, I think it can definitely work.
Yeah, I agree.
Being a 4-time Grammy nominated person in your field. Well, first of all, how did that, what was your, can I ask?
Mary J. Blige, Chris Brown, Selena Gomez, and Troy. Those are 4. So I worked on their albums or singles.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
My mom loves Mary J. Blige, by the way.
So funny.
It's like, it's her favorite.
You know what's crazy? I did a couple spot dates with her because I was touring with a guy named Stokely at the time. Shout out to Stoke, a mentor of mine early on in my career. And I ended up kind of, funny enough, going into like adult R&B world. And that was one of the first shows where I had like my first auntie fangirls. Like, it's a specific demographic. You know what I'm talking about? It's grown. What is this? You familiar, like Grown and Sexy? Have you ever heard that?
No.
How do I explain that? Ooh, okay. To me, it's like a demographic of people. Okay. When you think of like Mary J. Blige, Maxwell, you know what I mean? All these like guys and women that are still killing it, that have great songs, but they're older now. Yeah. They're all, you know, in their 50s and 60s. So that demographic that grew up loving them, grew up with them. Right. And those are the ones that are supporting those shows. So for me, it was funny because, you know, playing for somebody like that and being in the front and like seeing these like,
you're being like
50-year-old aunties being like,
my God, yes.
And I'm like, yo, what is going on? I was like,
getting objectified left and right.
That was funny. I'm super grateful for that. So it was really cool to come back. I was like, it was just a moment like, that's not who I am. And I experienced it in different worlds with different artists commercially that were younger and more popular and things. Yeah,
you have a very different like trajectory of ages and people who are like pop and R&B and stuff. That's
cool. My gosh. Yeah, I feel like that's, you know, became my superpower. You know, I think so many people try to find an identity in something and being like, oh, well, this is my thing. And I think just being a musician and be able to encapsulate so many things and be a true chameleon. Yeah. Because not everybody has that skill.
No.
There's some people that you meet, especially being out here in Hollywood, where it's like, there's a reason why we keep you over there creatively. Yeah. I do not want to bring you to a meeting with me ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's okay. There's no
X, Y, and there's reasons that we don't need to. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So it's like I've known. I was like, you know what? Sometimes the responsibilities that I take on as a producer and writer, even on the business side, because I manage myself. I've been managing myself for a while. And do I love it all the time? No. You know,
hard,
there's things that you have to step up to the plate to do. Yeah. Because I can and because I could do it better than most people. But that doesn't mean that I want to be doing that all the time. I think the right person that comes in and is going to bring business to the table, then I'm willing to, you know, give somebody a percentage of that. But right now it's like I'm the one bringing all the opportunities. So it would just have to make sense for me to have someone come in.
So cool.
It's interesting.
Because one of the questions I had down was like, for actors, you go into auditions for a specific role, for a show, whatever. Yeah. For you, how do people just like know you because you have your resume and they're like, hey, but like in the beginning, how did that?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. When I came to LA, it was around I was doing the Selena Gomez stuff. So I came here with some pretty big opportunities. Like I definitely cannot relate to the typical LA story. Y'all came to LA with $5 in my pocket. I'm like, yo, good for you. Yeah. Because I couldn't do that. Yeah. That's just not the type of person I am. So kudos to those type of people. For me, I definitely was like, all right, if I'm going to come to a city like that I wasn't a fan of in my head. And I love and adore LA now. And some of my closest friends are actually from LA. So I've seen the culture and like, I'm going to say this real quick. I definitely had to learn the difference between when people are like, oh, that's so LA. And I would catch myself. I'm like, that's actually not correct. That's very Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because the people I've met that are really from LA are some of the most genuine, loving, beautiful, kind-spirited people I've ever met.
And I think that's a good note. Jessica, who was my guest before you, she's from LA with a very, like, again, rich cultural background from her parents. And same, everyone who was like born here, they're very chill and cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, I do agree. Every place is stereotyped for a reason.
Yeah.
And the reason for LA is the people that come here that think that's what LA is and try to do this and that. And it's like, no.
It's a transplant. And that's in that, instead of saying, oh, that's so LA, that's Hollywood.
Yeah.
When I first came to LA, I moved to Crenshaw. You know what I'm saying? So I was literally Inglewood, Crenshaw, like, yeah. So I really embraced it, and I was like,
you have to embrace it, especially if you're a creative. And to wrap this up, do you have any cooking recipes?
Yo, relax.
Just like anything that you want to plug that's coming out for you that like we can be excited about and follow. And if you can't say that, just any advice for an upcoming like creative director in music and writing and producing and songwriters, any advice for them?
No, absolutely. One, I appreciate you having me, so thank you. This is good for me because it's like I need to show my face more. I'm like notorious for not posting a single damn thing.
No, this guy hasn't posted since like
2021, 2022. Like,
oh yeah. No, I looked. I was like,
it's funny.
We have to change this.
Well, people ask me and they're like, "What?" I'm like, I just don't care. I didn't grow up like that. And so to get to what I was gonna say, I think what I would tell people is really master your craft to your best of your ability. I think there's an all-time low in value for entertainment, you know, whether it's film, whether it's music, because there's just so much of it. So what I say to these young artists, musicians, actors, whatever, is like, if you love this shit, go lock yourself in the room, go learn it, go outside, go meet people, fail, get up, do it again 10 more times. Like, do the work. Yeah. Because if you do the work, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it. It's like, you said you did the 800 meters, right? Yeah. 800 meters and the 400 meters. It's actually funny. The person that wins that race is the person that slowed down the least. Think about that. Yeah. Everybody at the end of that race slows down, but it doesn't look that way. The person that slowed down the less is just the one that wins. So that's how my advice to people. I'm like, yo, just keep going. Everybody's gonna slow down.
It's gonna happen at some point.
It's gonna happen. So just keep fucking going. And
I love it.
That's my advice to myself and everybody.
And on that note, thank you guys so much. You can find Solano on Instagram. That, you know, he doesn't post a lot, but he's going to. Yes.
Music by Solano.
There we go.
Yep. Music by Solano. That's actually a big goal of mine this year is to. Okay. So this is.
Let's have you look at this camera and say your name and your Instagram and.
Yeah. So my name is Solano. I'm here in LA and my Instagram is Music by Solano.
Give him a follow, you guys. Thank you so much. Y'all. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
Yay.
Cute.